What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Jordan from the React back with another video. And today we got how bad was Lakers Russell Westbrook. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I know he was terrible, but I don't know how terrible he was. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when they traded for him, everybody like, oh, yeah, they finna go back to back. Da, 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 da. That nigga, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Russell Westbrook was ass. That nigga was some shit. Now, I'm not gonna lie. On a previous video I dropped with the Jay Willie City with the Spurs versus the Pistons, I did see one comment on the next game, the Celtics versus not the Celtics, but the Magic versus the Lakers. I already seen that. But that lets me know that y'all want it, because one person commented on it. I don't know, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, want to see me. But I'll keep if he posts another video, I'll react to it, let y'all see it and shit like that. But I already seen that video, so I'll let you know. Let's get into the video. Let's see how ass was Russell Wilson. On
the 2020
I said Russell Wilson. Russell Westbrook
championship, the LA Lakers made arguably the worst trade in franchise history.
The Washington Wizards agreeing to send that man, Russell Westbrook, to the Lakers.
With Russ on the team, the Lakers had a losing record. They were horrible offensively and defensively. Their championship coach got fired, and team chemistry was also non-existent.
I had no expectations. See?
And even though LeBron wanted Westbrook on the Lakers, very quickly the two superstars started arguing on the court. By the end of their first season together, LeBron and Russ weren't even on speaking terms, completely ignoring each other during the following Summer League. And during the 2023 season, Westbrook was calling LeBron fake, while James was trying to get Russell traded by any means necessary.
Russ is what he is. He's an inefficient.
I get why you gonna trade him, but like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. The nigga that you wanted, and now you saying now you don't like him, now you don't want him. That's what I be talking about with these niggas, bro.
Ball dominant. Turnover machine.
During the trade deadline, LeBron was visibly disappointed when the Lakers failed to replace Westbrook with Kyrie Irving, while simultaneously praising Russ with the media, even though it was clear he was dishonest. Furthermore, Russ often clashed with coaches and refused to work with the Lakers' development coach Phil Handy, despite shooting at the worst efficiency of his career.
I haven't done anything to anybody. I haven't hurt anyone. I haven't done anything but play basketball a way that people may not like.
But how is it possible that adding a first ballot Hall of Famer to a team with LeBron and Anthony Davis could ever turn into a complete disaster? And is it all Russell Westbrook's fault? And why did Russ hate LeBron and think he was a fake? This is the story about Westbrook's time with the Lakers, filled with frustration, missed jump shots.
It got to bad to a point that he don't even sign the Lakers jersey no more. He don't even sign his name on it. He don't even sign that. You seen that video? I know y'all seen that video where he don't even sign his own name on the jersey.
And awkward moments. After they won the 2020 championship in the bubble, the Lakers didn't make big changes to the roster, only replacing Rajon Rondo with Dennis Schroeder, while the big man unit of Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee turned into Marc Gasol and Montrezl Harrell. And even though AD missed half the 2021 season, and LeBron also struggled with injuries, the Lakers had the best defensive rating in the NBA. But their offense struggled, and the Lakers had to defeat the Warriors in the play-in to make the playoffs as the 7th seed.
Oh, it's gone! LeBron James from downtown!
However, with AD getting hurt and a complete lack of outside shooting, the Lakers lost in the first round to the Suns, after which the general manager Rob Pelinka realized the roster needed more changes. And even though Pelinka had a deal in place to trade Harrell and Kuzma for sharpshooter Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan, who was also in the mix to become a Laker, in the last moment everything fell apart. James and Davis exerted their influence on the Lakers through their agent Rich Paul, while on the other end, Westbrook used his superstar status to maneuver a trade from Washington. And just before the 2021 NBA draft, the Woj bomb exploded and Russ returned to his hometown, forming a new Big Three in LA.
First, man, it's surreal. I think it still hasn't kind of hit me yet that being from LA, growing up, not too far from here, but now everything coming full circle for me is I'm truly blessed and thankful for this opportunity, and I can't wait to get started.
The Lakers' offseason goal was to acquire an elite playmaker next to James and Davis, and Russ seemed like a perfect candidate, since he averaged a triple-double during his one season in DC, the fourth time in 5 years he'd done so. Russ was also supposed to prevent the Lakers' offense from falling apart when James was on the bench, and to keep one superstar
That's crazy,
on the
though, for averaging triple-double to being that ass as a Laker. That's crazy, I ain't gonna lie. That is crazy.
court at all times, even in the case of injury. And despite Westbrook turning 33 years old and having 2 years and $91 million remaining on his contract, the Lakers decided to go for it.
It is as simple as this. Can LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook coexist well enough to win a championship?
Absolutely. We can't put 3 Hall of Famers on the team and say, oh, is it questions, can they shoot or can they do this? They're going to get it done.
And you heard it first. It is. September 29th, the LA Lakers stay healthy. We're going to be last team standing.
Done deal.
There's math, and then there's $10.
Oh, you gotta have ad in there. My mouse going.
Adding Russ, they didn't only lose Kuzma, Harrell, and KCP, who were sent to the Wizards, but they also didn't have enough money to retain Alex Caruso and Schroeder.
That was a big, but this dude right here, this dude can absolutely, bro. I'm talking about, bro. He can defend, hit threes. That was an absolutely total loss when y'all did that. I ain't gonna lie.
2 of the best point-of-attack defenders in the league. A total of 9 players left from the 2021 season, with the addition of 8 new ones, including an ancient Carmelo Anthony, Trevor Ariza, and DeAndre Jordan, along with the return of the equally washed-up Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, and Isaiah Thomas.
This your boy Dwight Howard, a.k.a. Octopus, and that's a wrap for Media Day. Let's go, Laker Nation. Ha!
The only positive additions were Malik Monk and Austin Reeves, but overall the Lakers got much older, and their attempt to replace defense with shooting was somewhat logical, but would soon turn into a disaster. After the first month of the 2022 season, the Lakers had a losing record, with LeBron missing 11 of the first 17 games. In his absence, Russell had the complete freedom to run the offense, and his overall numbers looked great, as he averaged 19 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. But he also shot just 42% from the field and 29% for 3, with a league-leading 5 turnovers per game.
So my job is to make sure Brian, AD, make sure those guys are competing at the highest level, and making sure I make my teammates around me better.
Now, when James returned to the lineup, it was painfully obvious how badly Russ fit on the team. The Lakers hovered around 500, despite having prime AD and LeBron, who was 1 year removed from winning the Finals MVP. Russ was supposed to give the Lakers stability, give LeBron a chance to rest and play fewer minutes, and instead, LeBron and AD had to run in overdrive just to keep the team afloat. But when AD got hurt in late December, the last wall of once great defense went down, and the Lakers' opponents could score at will. LeBron lost 5 consecutive games for the second time since 2007, and even he couldn't stop all the leaking holes. And for a player making $44 million, Westbrook played the worst defense ever seen from a superstar. Russ gambled for steals, let opponents go by him and cross over him with ease, and rarely fought through screens trying to get back into the action. And speaking of getting into the action, this episode of Nonstop is brought to you by Underdog. Once known for energy, was often giving fake hustle. But the worst transgression of all was how many times he was ball watching, completely forgetting about the man he was marking, which led to easy baskets for the opponent. On offense, Russ started the season with poor shooting efficiency. But
I tell you, that dude was terrible, bro. His shot was so terrible, bro. People just leave him wide open. Just leave him wide open. Ain't no point. Ain't no point in guarding him.
Even on nights when he shot well, he offered the Lakers very little. Westbrook was always a player with high usage, a turnover machine, and a destroyer of scripted actions. However, with the Lakers, all those flaws were exacerbated due to the fact that his athleticism couldn't bail him out like it used to. Once an elite finisher at the rim, Westbrook started to frequently miss open layups, and for the season, he completed a career low in dunks. People on the team and around the league began to wonder if something was wrong with his hands or his eyes. It's not often a player makes just 65% of his dunks in a season, reporter Ramona Shelbourne wrote. And because he was an atrocious shooter, his opponents ignored him as a three-point threat, which killed the Lakers' spacing.
Westbrook given space, that's why.
Westbrook was always a weapon of mass destruction, a bulldozer who wasn't perfect, but who was effective due to the immense pressure he put on defenses. And because he was wild and unpredictable, the opponents didn't know how to guard him.
Do you ever feel like yourself this season on the court?
Very rarely. Not like, there were times in spurts, but I was just trying to find my way, honestly. Just trying to do whatever it is that was asked of me. To me, didn't make much sense, but I couldn't do nothing about that.
But Westbrook never learned to play within a team framework.
How you couldn't do nothing about that? But you just work on your game.
And once his physical advantage began to decline, all his faults became even worse. I'm sick of people telling me what to do. I'm going to do what I've been doing. I'm going to help my teammates. Honestly, I think I've been playing okay. People expect me to average 25, 15, and 15, which is not normal. When people say let Russ be Russ, they don't know what that means. Only I know what that means. Westbrook. That statement reflected Westbrook's frustration with the criticism he's been receiving, but also his complete lack of understanding of how he could help the team. Understanding your role on a team is a crucial skill, and Westbrook has never fully mastered it, causing his teams to generally fall short of expectations. He also never won a playoff series in any of the 4 seasons when he averaged a triple-double. It'd be foolish to blame him for all the Lakers' problems, because the roster had many faults by adding.
We have got to the point where literally
too many old one-dimensional players. But the biggest reason for that is that they traded for Westbrook and his $44 million salary.
So stop this. Stop saying we need Russ to beat Russ, because you saw Russ being Russ last night, and you saw what he got you, a quadruple double, but in the worst way.
In the worst way.
10 turnovers?
10 more turnovers.
Before Russ arrived, the 2021 Lakers were elite on defense, destroyed opponents in transition, and even though they had problems in the half court, they still had the 8th best net rating in the NBA. With Russ on the team, the best defensive team in the league plummeted to a bottom 10 in defensive rating, while the offense only got marginally better, with the 23rd best offensive rating in the NBA.
LeBron, shot clock down to 3. Westbrook already hit 2, has to fire at the buzzer, all there.
At times, Russ was booed by his home crowd, and many people started calling him West Brick.
Russ, it's the second straight game that you've received boos after, a turnover. Is that a hard experience for you? I mean, this is home for you, and coming back was a special thing. Is that a hard thing for you to absorb in any way?
It's a sign of respect.
It had gotten so bad that Westbrook's wife described being harassed on a daily basis over basketball games and even receiving death threats.
Right now, she's reached a point, and my family has reached a point to where it's really.
I'm gonna keep it real. Basketball ain't that serious to be receiving death threats. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. All them weirdos that was texting your wife, they're weirdos, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's not even that serious, bro.
Playing on them.
Unless they got a parlay on some shit. I don't know, but it's not that serious, bro.
Very unfortunate, just for me personally, because this is just a game. This is not end all be all, and when it comes to basketball, I don't mind the criticism of missing and making shots, but the moment it becomes where my name is getting shamed, it becomes a issue.
During the 2022 season, Westbrook averaged 18.5 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 7.1 assists, his fewest points average since his second season in the league. But due to his poor efficiency, high turnover percentage, and the complete collapse of floor spacing and defense, Russ's negative impact went far beyond the raw numbers. Furthermore, Westbrook often clashed with his teammates and coaches, refusing to work with Phil Handy, one of the NBA's best player development coaches. Even though AD missed half the season and LeBron sat out for 26 games, the Lakers still should have made the playoffs if Westbrook had played like a superstar, as his salary and resume suggested, but they won only 33 games and finished 11th in the West. After the season, Coach Vogel got fired, just 1 year after he led the Lakers to a championship. But even with the new coach, Darvin Ham, the Lakers' problems looked unsalvageable.
Key to the game thus far. We're giving them too much.
How has the communication been in the last 2 days with Darvin and the understanding between you guys on what your role is?
It's been good.
The team chemistry between LeBron and Russ was clearly off, which was proven during the Summer League when the Lakers superstars awkwardly ignored each other. Soon after, Westbrook parted ways with his longtime agent, Thad Fouché, who said in a statement that he believed Westbrook's best option is to stay with the Lakers, a clear implication that Westbrook thought otherwise. But even though the Lakers explored the trade market for Russ, there simply wasn't any, as it was hard to trade the second highest player in the league and his $47 million salary when Westbrook had such a horrible season.
Man, I'm super excited just about till next season. Number one, extremely blessed to never take having an ability to be able to play another season. That's something I really honed in on. The details of kind of what happened to me don't really matter. I think the most important part is that being healthy, looking forward to this season, and looking forward to doing great things.
When the 2023 season began, the Lakers started the year with 3 consecutive losses, during which Russ made only 11 out of 38 shots, including 1 of 12 from 3. In the second game, against the Clippers, Russ took 11 shots and missed all 11.
0 of 11, 0 of 6 from 3, 5 steals.
It was his 4th career donut in field goals made, and the second time he's done so with 11 or more attempts, thus becoming the only player in NBA history to shoot 0 for 11 or worse twice in his career.
How about you personally? How would you assess your game tonight?
Solid. Played hard. That's all you can ask for.
When
It's
Westbrook
like, bro,
entered,
I ain't gonna lie, Russell Westbrook was trolling right there, bro. Ain't no way you just said solid when you went 0 of 5 and like how did you play solid?
the final stretch of the third game against the Blazers, the Lakers were leading 98-90, only for Portland to go on a 16-6 run. LA ultimately lost the game after one of the most stupid long twos in basketball history, coming with 18 seconds left on the shot clock, and from a player who shot 3 for 17 on jumpers prior to that shot. AD and LeBron had a net rating of plus 13.8 without Westbrook on the floor, and a net rating of minus 7.1 with Russ playing. After those 3 games, Coach Ham relegated Westbrook to the bench, realizing he had to stagger the minutes with Russ and LeBron as much as possible.
I had no expectations. See, that's why you don't know what I envision. I had no expectations. I come into every situation the same. Think everything gonna be peaches and cream. I don't. That's not realistic. That's not life. I have no expectations of how things will work. How many times I had a ball, what position I'm gonna play. That's literally. I just try to find ways to best help my teammates, and that's about it.
Living with chronic
2 days after losing to the Blazers, the Lakers GM Rob Pelinka informed players that a special guest would visit through a program called the Genius Series, where various A-list celebrities came to address the team. And that day, Will Smith was supposed to come, just 6 months removed from slapping Chris Rock during the 94th Academy Awards. However, LeBron and Davis didn't want to participate, and Russ argued that he didn't like the special treatment they were having and that they couldn't be above the team. Finally, LeBron and AD showed up, and James went from uninterested to hyper-engaged, asking Will question after question, leaving Westbrook disgusted. "I hate that fake shit," Westbrook said to a teammate afterward as the Lakers gathered for a team photo. The team chemistry was non-existent at that point, and it showed on the floor. And even though Westbrook's shooting picked up, mainly due to the fact that he was usually wide open, his increased efficiency didn't show in the win column, as the Lakers started the season with only 2 wins and 10 losses. And that was a downside to playing Westbrook that doesn't show up in the box score. It's not just the shots that he misses. It's the shots the Lakers were unable to create because his defender is in the way. Teams were increasingly playing off him, and it clogged the Lakers' lanes for drives, rolls, and cuts. Moreover, he was playing into the defense's hands whenever he shot, and his shots essentially became Lakers' turnovers.
With 4, with 3, Russ from the corner.
As the trade deadline approached, the Lakers had a losing record, and after Kyrie Irving requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets, James was asked whether Irving was the type of player who could help the Lakers cross the finish line. James called that a
duh question when you talk about a player like that.
Then, after Irving was dealt to Dallas, James told ESPN that he was disappointed that he wasn't going to be reunited with his former teammate, in a deal that would certainly involve Westbrook.
Well, definitely disappointed. I can't sit here and say I'm not disappointed on not being able to land such a talent, but someone that I had great chemistry with, and know I got great chemistry with on the floor that can help you win championships, in my mind.
It was clear that Russ's days with the Lakers were numbered, and his last game in the purple and gold uniform came on February 7th against OKC, which will forever be remembered for LeBron James breaking Kareem's scoring record. But despite LeBron's milestone, the Lakers lost that game, largely due to a porous defensive effort in the first half. During the second quarter, Westbrook and assistant coach Phil Handy had a verbal confrontation on the sideline, their second in roughly a month, that eventually drew a delay of game warning. That upset the bench and led to a more contentious argument between Westbrook and head coach Darvin Ham at halftime. a microcosm of Russell's terrible stint with the Lakers. And just 2 days later, the Lakers finally ended the ill-fated partnership with Russ. As part of a 3-team deal with the Utah Jazz and Minnesota Timberwolves, the Lakers traded Westbrook, Juan Toscano-Anderson, Damian Jones, and a first-round pick to Utah, and a 2024 second-round pick to Minnesota, while getting back D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt.
I just felt that I never was given a fair chance just to be who I needed to be able to help this team.
And real talk here. Could this be the end of Russ as we know him, Russ the superstar?
Before the trade, the Lakers were 25-30 and looking to miss the playoffs for a second consecutive season, despite having AD and LeBron, two of the top 10 players in the league. But after the trade deadline, they went 19-9, if you also include the play-in victory against the Timberwolves. And that record is even greater if you count in that LeBron missed 15 games due to a foot injury. During that span, the Lakers had the second best defense in the league and the 6th best net rating, compared to a 20th best defensive rating and a negative net rating that ranked in the bottom 7 in the NBA prior to the Westbrook trade. If LeBron had been healthy, the difference would have been even more pronounced, which illustrates how bad Westbrook's fit was with the team. The Lakers eventually reached the Western Conference Finals and had the best defense in the playoffs. And even though they got swept by the Nuggets, every game was extremely close. And if Jokic and Murray didn't play out of their minds, the Lakers could have possibly even won the championship, which is incredible considering they were on a path of missing the playoffs before they traded Russ. Westbrook stayed in Los Angeles after the deadline, signing with the Clippers. And just like the Lakers, his numbers improved for the rest of the 2023 season. Russ averaged 16 points per game on a career-high 54% effective field goal percentage.
If it do beat the Lakers, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Every time somebody lead the Lakers, they end up being better or win a championship. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
During 21 regular season games. And in the playoffs, he was the Clippers' best player in a first-round loss to the Suns.
I'm a believer now. Westbrook down the lane and he flushes it in.
However, Westbrook's production increased after Kawhi Leonard got hurt in Game 2, which proved the fact that Russ is only effective when he has the ball in his hands and is the clear number one option on the team. During the 2024 playoffs with the Clippers and the 2025 playoffs with the Nuggets, Westbrook shot only 35% from the field and 30% from 3 across 3 playoff series, averaging 10 points, 2.3 assists, and 2.1 turnovers, some of which were so bad that you couldn't believe a 17-year vet could make these mistakes. And those last few years gave us the clear picture of who Russ is as a player. As the number one option, he's the floor raiser, a guy who could carry a bad team into the playoffs based on incredible volume, an insane number of drives to the basket, while averaging a triple-double for the season.
I just try to go out and do the best way I can. Try to, find ways to be able to make some shots and make the right play.
However, when he's not the number one option, or simply has to play in a meaningful system and control his urge to take over a game, Westbrook proved to be arguably the most ineffective player in NBA history. The famous phrase, "let Russ be Russ," is great when there are no superstar players around him and he can play guns blazing, when the sheer volume of plays will mask the ill-advised shots and a high number of turnovers. But as the Lakers, and later the Clippers and the Nuggets found out, if Russ is being Russ around better teammates, his impact on winning becomes negative because of his inability to space the floor, take good shots, and play great defense.
What do you know about this?
Another ad?
Thunder. When he played next to Harden and KD, Westbrook's usage took away shots from the other two superstars, and his turnovers buried the Thunder in key games, like Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals against Golden State, when Westbrook committed 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter. Sure, it wasn't all bad, as Westbrook's insane energy, the ability to draw fouls, and put pressure on the defense made him an all-star, and rightfully so, since the number of positive plays outweighed the negative during his prime. However, in his later years, Westbrook never adjusted, and as his athleticism and quickness decreased, all his flaws became even more visible. After Durant left OKC in 2016, Russ became an MVP. He averaged a triple-double in 4 different seasons, and his regular season numbers will make him a first-ballot Hall of Famer. But in the playoffs, when it matters most, Westbrook was never a championship-caliber player because he's the worst volume shooter of all time, with only 40% efficiency from the field, 30% from 3, while averaging over 19 shots per game. During his stint with the Lakers, Westbrook's true shooting percentage was the worst of his career, just like some other advanced metrics, like box plus minus, win shares, and value over replacement player. The Lakers needed Russ to be a screener in the pick and roll with James and Davis, and to play 4-on-3, as Draymond Green does in the pick and roll with Curry. They needed Russ to play as a cutter, like D-Wade played when he and James were teammates in Miami.
Yep.
Neither Draymond nor Wade were great shooters, and yet they played.
What? You just said Dwayne Wade wasn't a great shooter. Isn't it true?
Their roles to perfection and made winning plays, while Russ failed to adjust, on top of playing some of the worst defense of all time. Russ also had the worst offensive rating among all the Lakers players who played significant minutes, and his defense was nearly the worst, despite playing alongside defensive masterminds like LeBron and AD. However you want to look at it, trading for Westbrook was an abomination and one of the worst
this was the worst
mistakes
trade,
the Lakers ever made. And even though he'll end his career with over 27,000 points, 10,000 assists, 9,000 rebounds, and 2,000 steals, which are arguably the best numbers ever for a point guard, Westbrook is a player with many flaws. And with him, you always had to take the good with the bad, because for better or worse, Russ will always be Russ.
I'll be myself every single day when I wake up. Basketball-wise, I'll continue doing what's best for the team, doing whatever that is asking me. I'll continue doing that, and in those parameters, I'll be the best person I can possibly be.
Thank you for watching. And
hey man, y'all, if y'all like the video, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro, it was a good video, man. It was an informational video. I just didn't know how ass Russell Westbrook was on the Lakers. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. I'm out.